Hey, everyone. Welcome to VIP 50 Challenge Day 5. How y'all doing this morning?
The Cinco.
Yeah, I guess. Give me a shout out on the chat so we know you're there. Let me know what's going on in your life. Happy, sad, all the above. Welcome, Jen. Welcome, Darian. Sorry, we're starting a little bit late today because of course, my computer decided to crash right when I was just getting ready to rock and roll. So, but we're here now. Everything's ready to go. Throw me a thumbs up or something if everybody can hear me okay. All right, guys. Yesterday in the challenge, we talked about habits, how to form good habits and turn some of those nasty bad habits into good habits.
Right. Being conscious.
Being conscious, being aware, being in the right frame of mind so that you are conscious of the habits that you're doing, or the cues that are coming up that are stopping you from being a better you. Today, I couldn't even wait for this one. I don't know why we did it for the end. I guess the best for the end. And today we're talking about goals and your accountability. Headed to the Provo River Resort at the base of the runoff at Deer Creek.
Have fun. That's
Nice.
awesome. Yes.
And Rhonda's with you. Well, have fun. That sounds great. Hopefully you'll
Say hi to Rhonda for me.
hey, Rhonda. All right, guys. So let's just jump right into it. First question I want to ask all of you, and I want you to really take this on, guys, and really listen, and I want you to have some self-talk on this one. But how many of you guys have currently have goals? More importantly, do you have those goals written down? And even more important than that, what are you doing to accomplish those goals? Show of hands, just throw it up there. I mean, I'm serious. I want to know how many of you actually have written positive goals that are ready to rock and roll right now.
Goal setting is really your part.
And she's recorded them in her own voice. Good for you, Jen.
Oh yeah. Goal setting is I mean, obviously it's you kind of checking into the game and actually choosing things that you're going to go after. We're going to get into the accountability part of the equation, which basically is it's your metrics and your ability to actually have some follow through that you've committed to.
Exactly.
That's what we love this as a combination.
Yes. So, the importance of having goals, guys, is to have that direction, that motivation, that rudder on your ship of life, so that you can steer yourself in whatever direction you want to go. And you also have a very crystal clear path that you can follow to get to where it is you're wanting to go. Right?
Well, you couple that with some of your habits and whatnot. Goal setting is actually what helps you get to where you're going, into that destination, and then lets you help you be conscious of the habits that you're actually incorporating to be able to get to that as a destination.
You betcha. Aaron, while we're cruising along on this thing, I'm just gonna pop up and have a few things on the screen here. So guys, number one, a lot of reasons, a lot of essentials of having the goals is it helps provide you direction. It boosts your motivation. It enhances your accountability. It clarifies your priorities, and it facilitates progress, or you facilitate progress by tracking your goals and where you're at. I know I kind of burned through those, but the slides are there, and I also sent out the workbook to everybody. So we've got a lot of information to cover today.
If you're not goal setting, you're just letting life happen for you. You're not off in any particular type of direction. So really your life isn't progressing.
No, it's not. And then let's talk about the different types of goals. I like to say there's short-term, midterm, and long-term. And I know here it's only talking about long-term and short-term goals, but they're going to be different goals in that you want to have over a longer period of time.
Right.
Like say one of your goals is you want to buy a house, and you're not in a position and won't be for a couple of years. That's a long-term goal.
Yeah, but it helps you break down and clarify into those short-term goals to get you to that long-term goal.
Absolutely. When you're breaking down your goals, Number one, you have to identify the milestones. You got to break down those long-term goals into smaller, more manageable milestones so that you can actually achieve your goals and actually have a chance to achieve your
Yeah, the
goals.
milestones basically, little benchmarks, little stages in the process where you can see that you're making progress,
You bet.
right?
You got to list very specific actions that you need to do in order to be able to achieve your goals. And they're, like say, research market trends.
Well, buying a house you mentioned, so,
Right.
so, you gotta save 25 grand. The first 5 grand might be a milestone.
Right.
You gotta work on some credit, so paying off that small collection you had from 5 years ago, that might be a milestone.
Right.
Right?
Yep. And you've got to have a clear picture, guys. You got to make sure that you're setting those milestones and that they are obtainable milestones.
Right.
Right.
I think when you dial it back towards even into the real estate business, okay, I want my first listing.
Exactly.
Well,
how are you going to get it?
What would be a milestone? Okay, I gotta be able to have a listing packet. I've got to be able to talk to X number of people. I've got to build we're building our SOI, our top 50 database. What's a milestone?
Exactly.
Right?
All of those.
Right, absolutely.
Okay, then Aaron, we've got to move into where you got to have deadlines. If you don't have deadlines, and we're going to talk inextensively about this here in just a minute, but if you don't have deadlines,
well, you have a goal and it just kind of, it's always
there.
out there and you're never quite getting anywhere with it.
Right. So have very specific deadlines. And then did we freeze up? That looks frozen to me.
Change the image. All right, here we go. Here we go.
There we go. Sorry, we froze up.
We don't know if we froze up, but we saw our pictures frozen. So it kind of.
So if we didn't,
we're all.
And then secondly, Aaron, you got to set daily and weekly tasks. You got to have those points that keep you on track.
Right. So having a goal, you working backwards into these different little aspects we're talking about is what's going to actually get you to those destinations.
Exactly. And we're going to go into this extensively here in a minute. So I know I'm kind of going over it quick, but we have a lot of information, guys, and we're just trying to give you the outline, the major outline of what it should look like going into your goal. Okay. Then you got to track your progress, because how do you know what you're doing or how you're doing it and what you need to do to stay on track?
Right.
So you got to monitor and be able to adjust. And a big thing here I want to talk about, guys, is that adjustment. You got to be able to adjust because shit happens.
Right. You may fall short. And so this next week, you got to take additional action.
Right.
Right. Making those adjustments to actually reach those goals.
Right. And then we talked about this yesterday with the habit side of it, but releasing the dopamines, you got to celebrate your achievements. You got to give yourself that energy of, man, I did it.
Way to go.
Yep.
Boy.
It's a big thing there. So guys, when you're setting goals, let me tell you a real quick synopsis of how I picture most people's goal setting goes. It's the first of the year, or the end of one year, you're going into the first of the next year, and there are a lot of people set the goal to get healthier, to something to do with health or weight or whatever. The problem is you pick, first of all, way too many goals that you are trying to accomplish. So you over inundate yourself with so much that it's nearly impossible to even accomplish it. Second of all, you don't have a clear crystal. Okay. Yeah.
Keep going.
You don't have a clear crystal pipeline of exactly how you're going to achieve that goal. And even further past that, guys, is you start running into, especially on a business level, and I know a lot of you are gonna relate to this, but you set goals that are a year out, and you don't do anything on those goals, or you do very little on those goals as you're working through the year, and then when it finally gets to the fourth quarter or approaching the fourth quarter, you end up in a massive major crunch trying to reach the goal and trying to do everything that you need to do to reach that goal and to make that goal happen. especially again in a corporate world. We've all been a part of it where the last quarter it's freaking long hours and overtime, and you're just busting your ass trying to reach that goal. The problem, guys, is it's too long. It's too much of an expansive period. There's not enough urgency for you guys to have to stay on task and to keep rocking and rolling on that goal. Do you agree with
I
that?
would absolutely agree.
So we read a book recently here with our team that was called the 12-week year. And basically what they're doing here, guys, in a nutshell, is they're taking they're taking an entire year and scrunching it down to 1 quarter or 3 months. And what that does for you is it gives you the motivation to constantly have urgency to stay on task where you want to reach those goals.
Well, you may have the overall year goal of, I want to lose 20 pounds. But it shows you how to break it down and, break up, okay, to do that in the next quarter, what do I have to do to be able to chunk down and actually reach that goal? And it creates a real tangible daily way of reaching your goals.
Yeah, I mean, think about it, guys. When you're crunching it down like that, there's no time for rest.
You know what? The other thing it does as well is naturally when you have a big annual goal, you
Procrastination.
You procrastinate. There's a psychological response where you've got all this, you perceive all this extra time, and so you wait till the latter part of it to get busy with it.
Exactly.
And then by then it's so daunting, you just give up.
And the nice thing about a 12-week year also is every single week counts, every day counts. When you're on task and you're trying to reach that goal and you have serious motivation to reach it, guys, I promise you, this is such a cool concept, especially when we get in and we start showing you how you're going to set those goals. So let's visualize this 12-week year, guys. The goal setting. The key objective is that 12 weeks. And here's the thing: you set the goal for that 12 weeks, and if you don't quite reach it, it's okay. Reset, and you've got the next 12 weeks starting immediately.
That's where you adjust. And you recalibrate and you reapproach, and basically that gives you the opportunity, so you will hit that big goal by the end of the year.
You will.
You're not waiting till the very end to adjust and manage. You're working all the way through the process.
Okay, then you got to have an action plan. So this is just kind of breaking it down, and you guys can see it, and you've got the workbook. You've got to have an action plan. You've got to have your weekly tracking. You got to know what direction you're going in. And because it's such a short period, it seriously intensifies everything.
It creates an urgency. So there's actual attention, and there's the appropriate energy to meet those goals on a daily basis on the front end.
Right. So now that you guys understand kind of the concept of the 12-week year, now we're going to introduce to you the 11-to-1 concept. And basically what the 11-1 concept is, it's real simple. You got a 12-week year, okay? So you're gonna have a very set game plan of exactly how you're going to do what it is you're going to do to reach that goal. But then what you're doing, guys, is you're basically gonna, for 11 weeks, that's your window to reach that goal. And then the final week is all about looking at how you did it. It's basically breaking it down, and it's a
debriefing.
It's a debriefing.
Right. Debriefing,
good word, buddy.
Debrief, measure how you did to be ready for that upcoming next 11 weeks, right?
Yes.
It's a sprint. It's your window of opportunity to hit it. That last week is the opportunity to take full stock in how it went, obstacles, opportunities, what changes and new adjustments need to be made, and then you enter that following week with fresh legs, fresh excitement, and go after your goals.
So the really nice thing, Aaron, about this 11-1 concept too, is you can break down, which you should be, you can break down for 11 separate steps. So your goal is here. You can break down every single week so that you've got these little micromanaged weeks where you only have to do so much in this week. It's like our VIP 50 concept. You put your head down, you follow the step-by-step process, and before you know it, you look up and you're at the top of the mountain. Same thing with your goals with this 11-to-1 concept.
Right.
you're going to have a specific thing that you're going to reach for every single week. And you know what? If you fall down a little bit, so what? Get back up, dust yourself off, and keep moving.
Wow.
Keep moving forward. Tell me that's not amazing.
Absolutely.
Then we talked about on that 12th week, you're doing the reviews, your reflecting, your planning. It brings it all. Not only does it create the urgency, Aaron, but it brings it all to where it feels so manageable. It feels so where you can achieve it.
Most of your goals, oftentimes, I don't know if anybody can relate, but it feels like we use the analogy of Everest,
Yeah,
right? And sometimes you're staring down at that thing and you're like, how the hell? But this breaks anything down into a manageable, digestible, daily action you can take.
absolutely. I've just pulled up this slide, Aaron, that just give them a quick overview of how you can kind of break that down and set it up for yourself so that you have a game plan and ready to go. I think it catches up when it goes.
Okay.
Then this is a little worksheet that we gave you guys. And again, it's totally adjustable based on you and what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish. And it just breaks it down to a weekly, daily task of whether you're reaching it or not.
I love it.
And then we integrate this into our calendar, which we're gonna talk about and show you guys your daily and weekly calendar that coincides directly with the VIP 50 program.
Awesome.
Tell me that's not cool. Okay. We talked about keeping score, and without getting too deep into it, Aaron, we both know because we created it, but on our weekly and daily calendars, every single day, there is a traction system or a tracking system. It's a point system for different things that you need to do in order to build your business. And then at the end of the week, you have a perfect tracking of exactly whether you're on task, maybe you're a little behind, maybe you completely failed. But it gives you that motivation to know exactly where you're sitting and where you're at.
It's called gamifying it. Basically, you take it and you're able to score points, track different activities, and by the end of the day, you have number of potential points. And at the end of the day, you can gauge how well you did by the number of points you're able to score for yourself.
Exactly. Hey guys, quick, Darian, you're watching. Is there a lag that you're seeing, or is it playing straight through? Because on our end, we're seeing a heavy lag. Give me a shout out. Oh, good. Okay. So, Aaron, we're to the part that I've been waiting for, buddy.
Yeah.
Here we go. Guys, Aaron and I put our heads together and we came up with a goal setting system that is, in my personal opinion, if you're a self-motivated person that is dead serious about setting goals and achieving your goals, this baby makes it bulletproof.
Right.
Because it is such an awesome game plan on exactly how you're going to reach it.
Well, so if it's a goal worth writing down, you've got to be able to create a plan.
Yes.
Right.
So let's go over this, Aaron. So the first thing that you need to do in setting your goals, guys, is obviously write out what that goal is and be super, super specific about that goal. Make it present tense. Make it actually that you've already achieved that goal. I guess that'd be post tense, right?
Like I enjoy.
Yeah, I enjoy and write down your feelings, write down your emotions of, my goal, let's just say the goal was you were going to lose 20 pounds. And let's say that you accomplish or that's where you want to go. So your goal setting is going to be, I'm going to lose 20 pounds. I'm going to do it by eating better, exercising. I'm going to, when I do accomplish it, I feel so much lighter. I can actually tie my shoes in the middle, not on the edge. I mean, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, right. I enjoy helping three clients buy or sell a home each month. I enjoy the process of serving these clients and helping them find new homes, and like that, basically.
Or even back to the one I'm talking about, it's you can even put in there, I am so thankful that I pre-educated myself to look for obstacles, and sure enough, this came up and I was able to power through it. So, guys, you're being crystal detailed clear on your goal. And let me be specific here. This is for one goal and one goal only, not multiple. Pick one goal. Then on the left here, on the second column there, you see, how am I going to achieve that goal? Right here, guys, is where you need to write out and write down all of the different things and all of the different ways that you feel you need to do in order to achieve that goal. And whatever it is, write it down. And if you run out of space, flip it over and keep writing on the back. I mean, it's almost like our brainstorming.
Right.
You're just going to write down every single thing that makes sense to you, that's going to assist you and help you to get to that goal. Don't care what it is.
Okay.
Then on the right-hand side, same exact exercise, guys, but on this one, you want to write down every single thing that you feel is going to hinder you or stop you from reaching that goal. The psychological concept here, guys, is this. If you don't talk about the pink elephant in the room.
Yeah, if you don't anticipate the obstacles that you're going to run into,
they're going to be there.
Yeah, if you don't anticipate them and name them and actually presence that's going to be an obstacle, you're not going to have a plan to get around it. It'll just surprise you, and it'll trip you up.
Yeah, I mean, let's say that your goal is to do, X number of deals, but you know how you are. You come in the office and you sit and do a bunch of shit that doesn't give you any movement down the road. It's just busy stuff that doesn't help you achieve your goals. If you write that down, the next time you start doing that, you're going to go, come on, Dean, stop doing that. Right. We talked about this. This is exactly why you don't achieve your goals. Stuff like that. Then the next section there is, and we just talked about it, you have to have a very specific timeline of when you're going to reach this. Now, we kind of simplify it for you because we talked about the 12-week work week or work year, and that shortens it down real fast and gets you on point.
Well, it creates hyper focus, and it gives you specific ability to create actions that are going to move the needle forward.
Exactly.
So if it's weight loss, it's get up at a certain time, do it early. It's work out every day. It's eat right. It's drink water. Those are the kind of activities, daily activities you need to do. And then, then it moves into the weekly and the monthly, and then what it's going to take to actually reach that goal.
Exactly. So again, guys, once you've got all these items listed above and on the back of your paper, it makes it real easy to break it down on a daily, weekly, and even monthly, where you know exactly what you have to do, and you just figure it out and put them down. So for example, back to the weight loss one, if I want to lose weight, and one of my things I put up here is how I'm going to achieve it is to walk, I'm going to be super specific. How many times am I going to walk? How many days of the week am I going to walk?
Right. How much water am I going to drink?
How much water am I going to drink?
Yeah. When am I going to do it?
Right.
That type of stuff.
What types of foods am I going to put in my body?
Right.
So what this does is you've started at the top. You've been super specific on about what your goal is. You've listed everything you can possibly think of that's going to help you obtain it. You've listed everything you can possibly think of that's going to stop you from obtaining it. You've set a deadline. You've broken it down into a daily, weekly, monthly, and even yearly, which is 3 months. How can you not accomplish this?
Right. You have to,
unless you completely ignore everything you did.
Yeah. If you don't do your daily stuff, then you're not going to have the weekly and the monthly result.
And Aaron, let's talk about this. The whole point of setting goals, guys, is to help motivate yourself so that you can achieve things that are important to you. And you know what? But we're all human, and we're going to fall down. We're going to skin our knees. We're going to have things happen to us that's not going to be in line with where we want to go and what we want to do. And the bottom line is it's okay, guys. I'm telling you, it's okay. Just pick yourself back up and keep going.
Yeah. The mindset that all or nothing really doesn't serve here. It's correct and readdress.
Exactly. And then the final exercise, guys, is at the end of that period, you need to write down exactly. Remember, you wrote down already up here before you even accomplish it how you feel. Now you've accomplished it. Now write down exactly how you feel, because that's going to motivate you. That's going to release the dopamine. That's going to be the part of it that's your reward, and reward yourself. You know, if it's whatever it is, whatever it is that you want to use as a reward for yourself, whether you buy something, whether you go somewhere, no matter what you do, make sure that you are rewarding yourself after these goals. And if you want to do more than one goal, or if you think you're capable of doing more than one goal, then just do a separate paper for an additional goal. But I caution you, do not over inundate yourself with too much.
Right. Guys, and this bottom part of this is super critical, because the reality is the real payoff on all of it is how you feel.
Exactly.
You know, getting a new car, that quickly gets old. It's the feeling you get, the joy of accomplishment, the fulfillment that way. That really is what we're looking for. And so it's tapping into that feeling and giving yourself the attaboy at the end of it all to acknowledge the feeling you're trying to go for, right?
Exactly. So now you understand the goals, you understand the concept of the goals, you understand our system for setting those goals to make them obtainable and make them reachable. But now it's the most important part, and that's the accountability part.
Right,
Aaron. That's the
key factor to get
it is the key factor. And guys, let me tell you something. I'm not sure which book we read it in, but basically the author of that book was talking about that you're kicking along on this timeline of life, and you hit a crossroads in that timeline of life, and that crossroads is basically a decision. It's a decision on something specific, and we have them multiple times every single day. So back to my analogy, if you're trying to lose weight and you hit a decision that I want to eat this piece of cake.
Yeah.
At that point right there, you have a decision to make. And there's only one of two things that can happen with that decision. You can either make the decision not to eat the cake, and that is improving your life and it's making your life go up, or you eat the cake and it's going to hinder you. It's not good for you. It's going to drive you down, and it is not serving you. There's no middle line. There's no, well, I'm going to pass through this and just keep going, because that's not how it works at all.
No, you're either progressing or you're regressing.
Period. That's it.
And coasting is regressing.
Coasting is regressing. So what this does, guys, is by using this chart and using this system that we have for your goals, it makes you be crystal clear about, I mean, I'm doing it. I know how I feel, and I know every little tiny decision that I hit every single day, Aaron. It's like simple little decisions that normally would have been in my subconscious, and I just would have, I'll start tomorrow, or I'll do this, or I'll do that.
Awareness.
It really makes you be aware. And when you hit that cross point, when you hit that decision, even the smallest decisions, it makes you think about them. It might be 3 seconds, but it makes you think about it. And it's always the same thing with me. It's like, is this going to serve me, or is this not going to serve me? And it makes it crystal clear, guys, on exactly how you should be conducting yourself as you're moving through this crazy life.
It's kind of a fun step in life, like you're saying. You know, it's choosing not to just coast, and it's choosing not to regress. It's looking for the opportunity to grow and to progress.
Absolutely. So let's talk about accountability and even more importantly, having an accountability coach. Now, who could be a coach, Aaron? Who could be your accountability coach?
Anybody.
Be more specific.
Somebody who, anybody in your life who.
How about me?
Oh, yeah, of course. Somebody who you're close all the time with, that knows your goals, that knows what you're working towards, that gets to see what you're up to. Dean would be perfect for me.
You know,
and for any of you, really.
It's somebody that you look up to. It's somebody that you trust. It's somebody that can get real with you, that can actually be real with you and call your ass out on the carpet when you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
It's somebody you give permission to not sugarcoat it. You've shared your goals, and if you're in it with the right metrics, if you're not working towards it and you're not progressing, it ought to be somebody that confronts you.
Yes.
So there, a lot of us have people around us that soft pedal us, let us up, let us out of things, let us be slimy is a lot of what people call it, being slimy. And you know what? An accountability partner, that's why you set a specific, and we'll show you, we're gonna go into a contract or accountability contract now. But you set a specific goal, you set a specific time frame, and the acknowledgement is you have a commitment towards it, right?
Absolutely. I mean, the bottom line, guys, is this. If you're dead serious about setting goals and having something that you want to obtain and achieve, then you're going to take on the role of getting that accountability coach, and you're going to lean into it, and you're going to find the person that is the proper person that's going to hold you accountable and not let you just skirt past making bad decisions.
You're knowingly asking for somebody to hold you to what you said you were going to do.
Exactly. And sometimes that's hard.
Yeah, it is.
Sometimes it's hard. It also, you need an accountability coach that also is compassionate, because again, we're humans.
Mhm.
And it needs to be somebody that when you do fall down, and I know I keep saying this, guys, but listen, this is important to me, and it's important to us that we're giving you the necessary tools and the necessary information that you can actually put into your life that are actually going to work. That it's not going to be, oh, well, they're not around anymore, so I'm off on the next tangent. Like, lean into this stuff, guys, and really take it on, because I promise you, if you want to change your life, these are the simple steps that are easy to do. They're hard to do, but they're easy to do.
Right.
So let's talk about this accountability contract. Aaron and I came up with this contract, and I'm not going to read it, but it's basically, you find somebody that you want to hold you accountable, and you sign this contract with them, and you can see down there, it has exactly a time period. It has who they are. It has exactly 100% crystal clear what it is that you're having this accountability contract based around.
Right. It specifies what you're going to do and what you're going to agree to do if you don't do it.
Exactly. It's got your name on it. It's got a start date. It's got an end date. It's got you signing it. And it's also got your accountability partner signing the contract.
Gives full permission to the other party to follow up and hold you to what you said you're going to do. Guys, this is the fastest and cleanest way to make progress in your life, is having an accountability contract.
Oh, yeah. And quite frankly, when you do find that person that's going to be your accountability coach for that period of time, and you can change it, but you need to have communication with them on a regular basis. We recommend on a daily basis.
Right.
Absolutely. That's between you and your accountability coach and what each of you are willing to do. But I'm just telling you guys, if you're not using this contract to keep you on track and to keep you focused on what it is you want, this contract will help you to reach those goals. And trust me, before too long, you're just going to make it a habit, and you're going to get into a system or a cycle where you're rocking and rolling on it all the time.
Absolutely. An accountability partner, there's an agreement that's in here that basically they have to know what you're trying to do, which is why a spouse or a partner or a business partner or a peer who's in the same game that you are, it really would make a total sense, because they know what you're trying to accomplish. They also know the hurdles that you're going to run into, and they know how to ask, and they know what they're looking for. So this is it's somebody you really got to get clear with and bring in with this, so you can have a real partnership in your goals, and give the same back to them, become their partner on something as well.
Absolutely. Now we're moving into, Aaron, we've spent 5 days talking about all kinds of cool topics. We've given out workbooks every single day with tons of information. We've had tons of worksheets trying to help these guys understand the motivating things and the steps and the systems and everything they need to have in place to get their lives and their business to that next level.
Yeah, the foundational mindset, commitments, personal commitments to themselves, so you can be ready to take on this type of business.
Absolutely. But the next step, guys, and probably the most important step that you can absolutely take right now is to take action. If you do not take action, then how are you going to ever accomplish any of the things that you want to do in your life?
Right.
You got to take the steps. Start out with baby steps, one little tiny step at a time. We talk about this analogy all the time with the VIP 50. Put your head down, follow the steps we've given you, and before you know it, you will look up and you will be at the top of the mountain overviewing nothing but beauty.
New progress, new life, new goals.
You will feel better, you'll act better, you'll be a better person, you'll be a better friend, you'll be a better spouse, a better dad, a better mom,
Right.
a better human being. So really take this stuff on, guys. And if you have any questions for us, we're happy to answer those questions for you. Before we finish today, I mean, we've talked a lot about our VIP 50 system. We even on the very first day did a quick overview or did a broad overview of exactly what that system is. And just to kind of retouch on that, Aaron, the VIP 50 system is basically a system for you to be able to tap into your sphere of influence, to show up better for that nucleus of people that you choose and that they choose to support you in. And you basically show up better with value, with purpose, and it puts you at forefront of mind, and it puts you in a position that when there is a deal to be had in real estate, you're going to be the go-to guy.
Right. This isn't them. This isn't them buying or selling real estate, which that will happen, but it puts you in such a close relationship proximity with them to where they're actually going to take the time, put themselves out, and actually give you the opportunity to help their friends, the people that they're in a relationship with.
Exactly.
So,
Now, Aaron, if it was easy to do, everybody would be doing it.
right.
How many years are you in the business?
25 years.
25 years. And when did you start tapping into your SOI?
Well, all along the way, of course, I had business that happened despite me, right?
That you fell into?
I say despite me because I wasn't doing anything to earn it. So it's just taken till we've developed this VIP 50 that we've got to where I've actually taken the time to really systematize and actually get deeper into my relationships. That's been the best part, is the relationships that we're getting that I'm enjoying from this.
Well, there's obviously a reason why everybody's not doing it. And it's because, and I said it in the first day, I think they don't have a system or don't know how to do it.
Well, they're chasing the immediate dollar. They think that they can't afford to go after this.
But that's what you can't afford to do.
Right.
Because bottom line is, if you start chasing immediate business, that is a vicious circle that you're never, ever going to get out of.
Well, business never gets easier. Every day you got to come in and find new business. Whereas if you take the time to refocus on your relationships, you'll never want for business. It'll be an endless source of business if you properly cultivate and manage those relationships.
Exactly. So obviously what we've done is we've taken our system that we've been teaching now for quite some time to our team and using it in our own personal lives. I've already told you that last year doing this system in 3 quarters, I did 44 transactions, and it was 100% based on the VIP 50.
Amazing.
Tell me that's not cool.
Amazing.
So guys, here it is right now. We're gonna throw it at you. We wanted to give you as much value as we could possibly give you. That's why we did this challenge through this week and gave you all of this information at no cost, because it's important for us to help you get in the right frame of mind that you can actually take on the VIP 50 and actually implement it into your daily life and your daily business and start having the success that we are experiencing by following our system. Now, originally, Aaron, we were going to sell this system to agents out there and teach it to them for $3,500 to learn the system.
Right.
Then we decided that we were going to cut it down to $999 to get the ball rolling, so to say. because, you know, Shauna, who is on our team, has been working this system diligently, and she is absolutely on fire, right? This kid is on fire right now, following this system.
Right. It's been fun.
So bottom line is, guys, we're not going to charge you $3,500 to come in and learn our system. And when I say learn our system, it's going to be a webinar where we give you and teach you all the tools and all the steps, step by step. We give you every single thing that you're going to need to implement this into your daily business. But even beyond that, we're going to be offering either group coaching or one-on-one coaching, so that if you want to have the help from us, the people that actually came up with it, you will have access to us on a regular basis to help you through every step that you need to go through in your business. But we're not going to charge you $3,500 to learn our system. We're not going to charge you $999 to learn our system. We're not even going to charge you $679. Guys, for this group and this group only, that's you. For you guys only, because this is our inaugural, throwing it out there, doing what we do. We are only going to charge you $499, and we will teach you our entire system and give you 100% of all the tools that it's going to take for you to go out and start implementing this business or this system into your business and start reaping the rewards, not only business-wise and financial-wise, but fulfillment-wise, friendship-wise, relationship-wise.
You know what? A lot of people, I've heard this, but why wouldn't we just do this ourselves, right? Why wouldn't I just take the information that we've heard and go and implement it ourselves? And you know what? You can absolutely do that.
You sure can.
You sure can. But why would you? We've created the documents. We have a systematized approach. We have the daily metrics that are necessary. We've broken it all the way down to just as simple as it can be. And for $499, you have the ability to come participate and enjoy it and have all of the hard-earned tools that we've created.
Aaron, let's put it in perspective. You know, for me, I look at it. What is an average commission that we make off of one deal?
Well, it depends on the size of the deal, but
an average commission, what, $8,000 to $10,000?
Well, the average sales price is 600 grand here in the Valley, and that's 18 grand.
Okay, so $8,000 to $10,000?
Yeah, that's safe to say, right?
Like, guys, seriously, if you really break this down and you really seriously pay attention to what it is that we're offering you, for $499, which is a drop in the bucket compared to one commission that you'd make off of one sell, you can learn this whole entire system that allowed me in 3 quarters to do 44 deals. Put the commission structure to that.
Yeah, no kidding.
And we're going to teach it to you. And we're going to give you all the advice. And we're going to allow you and give you the opportunity that if you want us to help you through this system and coach you, we will help you and coach you. So
that's the easy button, guys. Choose
the easy button. I mean, don't get tied up on what it costs and what it does. Get tied up on what it's going to do for you and where it's going to take you from this point moving forward. I would certainly hope that all this information that we gave you through this week hit home, and that it really helped wake you up to the type of person and the type of business that you can actually run and have, because that's what all this is. This has all been mental stuff about how you can prep yourself this week. And by the way, we were going to charge also $3,500 to teach all of this before we got smart and decided that you needed it and we needed to teach it to you. So guys, all I can say to you is lean into this, pay the $499, get the system. Let's get it done now. Let's get you guys cranking on this so that you can start building your VIP 50. You can make your life better. You can make your pocketbook better. You can make your family better. You can make your relationships better. I mean, tell me this is a win-win. Tell me a win-lose here.
Right.
Can't think of one.
Can't think of one.
So understand, guys, we are not trying to get rich off of selling our system. It's just we've got a lot of time, energy, and effort into this. And quite frankly, I don't care what it costs. What really gets me rocking and rolling, Aaron, is to help people get to that next level. That's what's important to me.
Right. And if you're local, there's always an open invite to come participate here with us in the office. Right?
Yes. Let me see here. Jennifer's asking, can you offer this to other real estate professionals like investors or loan officers? Abso-freaking-lutely. Guys, we already said it. The VIP program can help you in so many areas of your life, whether you're a mortgage broker like you, Jen, or whether you're a real estate agent like you, Brandon. Just two people I can see on our thing right there. It doesn't matter if you're in the service industry and if you've been in the business for a while. Let's talk about this, Aaron. If you've been in the business for 25 years and self-admittingly, you haven't really ever had a system.
Right.
You haven't ever really had a way for you to tap in and actually have a system to build your SOI. Imagine if you'd have done that 25 years ago.
Guys,
dude.
this is a social sell system. It basically creates the platform and the ability to actually be in people's lives and be in relationship. It's a systematized approach of how to be a friend and how to be in relationship. It gives you the means and ability to chunk down and digest down the interactions necessary to stay in flow and to be top of mind and to be there when it's time to support the people and the friends that you're in a relationship with. So yeah, if I'd have had this 25 years ago, there was SOI systems all the way through.
Yeah.
But I was busy chasing the daily dollar, the daily prospecting calls, which keep doing that. Add this into your system, couple that with whatever you're doing to make a living now, and it'll just perpetuate or propel you into business and into more productivity.
So understand this, whether you're a brand new agent and just starting out or have only been in the business for 5 years or less, or if you're an old dog like Aaron and you've been in the business for 20 plus years, it doesn't matter. What matters is right now. What are you doing right now to help you build your business? It doesn't matter what you've done in the past, because trust me, man, I've been there and I know for a fact that there's been businesses I've been involved in that at some point I kind of hit a wall and I lose my mojo. That's what I call it. And I kind of flounder for a while.
Right.
If that's you and you just are having a freaking hard time trying to get back on track and get your A game on, what a better way to do that than to lean into something like this and actually just start taking it on and pouncing on it.
Right. The types of businesses this would work for, obviously loan officers, because it's directly related to the avatar we work in. Home inspections, home warranty companies, title officers,
chiropractors,
financial planners.
Yes,
absolutely. The list goes on and on. But if you're in the people business, in the relationship business, there is no better way to create a business structure around social selling and create a way that you can be, interacting with your crowd at a high level. So you're in relationship when it comes time to earn and learn some business.
Absolutely. So guys, I've put up on the screen a QR code. It's a real simple process. You tag that QR code, that'll take you directly to our page where you can opt in and get our system. And then once you've opted in, you'll start getting emails from us and we'll let you know the dates. We'll probably do it multiple times. So if one date doesn't work for you, the other one will. That we're going to be holding this webinar class and actually teaching you our system and giving you all the tools, all the workbooks, all the worksheets, all the knowledge, everything that you need, every single step by step of what it is you need to take your business to the next level. That's where it's at. So we thoroughly appreciate and are thankful for you guys that chose to give us some of your time this week and that have been on this program and watched what we've done so far and given you these 5 different days of, I think, pretty powerful information. And it is now time for you to take action, to take the step, to move forward, to take on and change your life. And the only way you're going to do it is by taking action. I'm a huge action guy, and Aaron knows that. Don't let the moss grow. Don't let the grass grow under your feet. Take action.
You guys, bet on yourself, take action, jump in with us. It's something you can add to whatever it is you're doing in business. It's a perfect complement to whatever you're earning your living in and how you're getting your business currently. It's just this underappreciated part of my business that I wish I would have done 25 years ago.
Well, and quite frankly, Aaron, I don't think that from what I've seen out there, I've never seen a program that's like this, that somebody's put together that is so intricate, but yet so easy to implement, because we give you every single step.
Right.
We give you every single way that you're supposed to do this. Don't look at the big picture. Don't sit there and stare at the mountain. Fuck the mountain, guys. And simply pay attention to what's right in front of you. Take the steps. And before you know it, you're going to own the mountain.
That's right.
You'll be on top of it. Guys, bottom line, man, we are so grateful and thankful. We freaking love you people. We want to help you. We want to help you build your business, whether you're already in it or not, doesn't matter. We want to be there to lift you up and be a positive part of your life. And that's what it's all about for me.
Right.
You know, the older I get, I just turned 58, the more I talk about my legacy and the legacy I want to leave. And I've had conversations with you, Aaron, about that. And this is it.
Right.
You know, this is me taking these 58 years of my life and putting it into something that has meaning and that has purpose, and that I can teach to other people to better them and to better their lives. That's a big deal for me.
Well, yeah, the care you put into this and the creativity and all the energy is pretty amazing. So
yeah, this has been a year and a half of my life,
Yep.
big time,
yeah,
or maybe even 2.
right.
So thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. We appreciate your time. We freaking love you, and we will see you soon. If you have any questions at all, you can hit us up, and we will be more than happy to answer any questions you have about our system and about our processes and what we do.
Thanks for being here, guys.
Thanks
Appreciate
for
it.
being here, guys. We appreciate you. Have a fantastic weekend. I know I'm going to.
That's right.